Okay, we're trying this again. So I am actually not going to be in this video because it's very hard for me to film this video and be in this video, I guess. I might try to get in it. Let's see. That's my leg. Woohoo. No. Let me come around. Okay. Yeah, it's just going to be hard for me to get in this video. My breasts are in the video. That should be good enough. Anyways, so this is a video that one of my subscribers requested. This is a yarn stash video. I have a pretty sizable yarn stash, as you can see. This is a bookshelf that I just, decided to use for my yarn stash. To some people, it's probably really small. To others, it's probably really big. But this is my yarn stash. I love it. I'm proud of it. This is years of buying yarn. I love yarn, I love knitting, and I love talking about yarn and talking about knitting. And so I was really excited when she requested this video. This was not as organized as it looked right now. I sat down to film this video and was like, oh my gosh, this thing is a mess, and so I kind of moved some things around. But there's not really any rhyme or reason to this. This is just, how I've stacked up my yarn for the most part. I have instituted a yarn ban on myself, so it was a little fuzzy. I've instituted a yarn ban on myself where I'm not buying any new yarn, and that's actually a ban that I've actually been able to keep. I can't remember the last time I actually went and bought some yarn because I told myself, Vita, you have got to whittle down your yarn stash because it's just ridiculous and you're going to run out of places to keep it. So I haven't bought yarn in a very, very, very long time, but this is where I keep my yarn. Most of my yarn is sock yarn because I love, love, love knitting socks, and most of my yarn is from knitpicks.com. I absolutely adore Knitpicks. I cannot say enough good things about Knitpicks. It's a wonderful, wonderful yarn website. They have a great selection, beautiful colors, a great quality. I love their products. I use their needles. And they have the feel of a local yarn shop, but you still get some of the reliability and the things that you get from, dealing with a larger seller or online. I've called their customer service. Their customer service is wonderful. They're amazing. I just cannot say enough good things about Knitpicks, and I'm a Knitpicks whore. I love, love Knitpicks. And they have these great kits where it gives you the pattern and the yarn that you're going to need, and they just have, it's just a wonderful website with great products. So I definitely would check it out. They have great sales. They do great sales on their books. I mean, it's just a great website. And so this is my stash. I'm not going to talk about all of these because we would be here forever, but I will highlight some of my favorites and just talk to you about where things are. So firstly, we have this bottom drawer or bottom shelf right here. This is pretty much all sock yarn, and I don't know if you can really see because I can't really see. But this is pretty much entirely sock yarn. This over here is all sock yarn. I have this area right here. They're all this green yarn because I bought this kit for this, it's kind of like a shrug sweater that you knit for yourself. And of all the knitting that I do, I rarely do knitting for myself. So, I bought this to knit something for myself. I've had it for years and have not made it yet, which just goes to show you. But, this is just all this green yarn that goes to that kit. This was some yarn that I got for a different kit. And it's just brown, whatever. And then I have all these sock yarns right here. These are primarily Knitpicks with the exception of a few. I think this one is Patton's Croy socks. Yeah, that one is. This one is, I think, Bamboo and You by Sensations. I got that at Joann's. This one, I think, is also Bamboo and You Sensations. So those I got from Joann's, but pretty much all the rest of these are Knitpicks yarn. They're all Knitpicks. Knitpicks, this is like Felici, this is like Stroll Sport, or Stroll Fingering, a sock yarn. So I have some really pretty colors. I think this one's probably one of my favorites right here. It's just rainbow. See how bright that is? It's really pretty. This one is really, really cute right here. I made some socks for my sons out of this one right here. Called Building Blocks, which now the colorway is discontinued. I think that's the only thing that I don't like about Knitpicks is that their colors discontinue. So if you had a sock yarn that you really, really, really loved, or a different type of yarn that you really, really love, sometimes you have to be careful because, it'll discontinue and then you won't be able to get it anymore. But, yeah, so this bottom shelf is sock yarn. And then I have these kits down here that I keep the yarns in the bag just because I don't want them to kind of get mixed up with all the other things and I don't have the right yarn for it. And so I got this kit to make these like Christmas stockings. They're really, really cute. It has a little curved tip, the elf stockings. I got this colorway and then the other colorway, which I actually like a little bit better. which is this one. This one's a little bit brighter. I want to make those and give them to my mother-in-law because she loves cutesy little Christmas things. Moving on to the second shelf. The second shelf, this side is pretty much all palette. Knit Picks palette. It's a great yarn for knitting Fair Isle and things that have a lot of colorway. It's fingering weight, 2-ply. It's kind of scratchy, so I don't know that I would want to wear a sweater made out of this because wool really irritates my skin. But it is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. They have wonderful colors. I think they have well over 100 colors in palette. And it's great for Fair Isle knitting. And so I got both of these, or most of these palette yarns, because I bought 2 kits. One was for an Andy and Chuyo hat pattern, and then the other one was for some gloves that I wanted to make for my mom. And so that is what all of these palette yarns are for, those 2 projects. Then I have this like funky acrylic yarn. I hate acrylic yarn, okay? I'm a total yarn snob. I never knit with acrylic yarn. But I wanted to do some yarn bombing, and so I actually have a bunch of these, but they're just not on here because I don't think they're pretty enough. But this one, I just happen to have stuffed it up here, I think because I had the needles in it or whatever. But I have like these yarn bombing projects that I want to do, and you really don't use nice yarn for yarn bombing projects because they're going to be outside, and so you use crappy yarn. And so, yeah, not that I'm saying acrylic yarn is crappy yarn, but I really like wool now that I've gotten into knitting and things with wool. And then I have this yarn. I think I got this to make a hat. It's by Barocco. It's tweed. It's really pretty plum purple, and it has these like light purple flecks in it. I have this yarn here, which I absolutely adore. And it is called Baby Twist by Alpaca with a Twist. It is the softest yarn ever. Okay, I mean, it feels like a cloud. It feels like my chinchilla. It's just so soft. And I bought this yarn to make some hats for my sons. And then I have this one by Knit Picks, which is Chroma. It's so pretty. It looks like cotton candy. It's a beautiful yarn, fingering weight for socks. I think I got this to make some gloves for my daughter. And so haven't worked on those. And then I have some bulky, like, navy yarn here. This one is to go with that sweater kit that I bought. And then these yarns are actually some of my favorites from Knit Picks because they're just beautiful, beautiful yarns. And they knit up so gorgeously. And they're stroll, fingering, hand-painted yarn. This one's colorway is called Hayride. Isn't that so pretty? This one, which I think is my favorite, I think it might even be discontinued, which is really sad. It's called County Fair. This one is gorgeous. I love this yarn. And then also, I have this one, which is Playtime, which is very pretty. It's like browns. It's a weird kind of combination because there's a lot of browns in it, and then these bright colors, but it looks really, really pretty when it's knitted up. It's one of my favorite colorways, but I think that one is discontinued as well, which is really sad. And then moving on up to the top shelf. The top shelf is mostly yarns that I've used in other projects, and this is just the leftover scrap yarn. And so they're not full skeins. I have a lot of these like independent little balls of yarn that I've just already finished with the project, and I just have this left over. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with these yarns because they're of so many different weights and fiber contents and stuff like that I don't really think that I could make an entire project and incorporate these yarns in it. So I might try to do some yarn bombing with these yarns because it kind of really doesn't matter. Like this yarn right here, I actually bought for a yarn bomb specifically. Me and my husband went to Catalina Island, and I left a little yarn bomb in Catalina Island, and so that's what this one was for. But for the most part, these are all just scrap yarns that went to other projects, and they're just not full skeins, and I can't really use them for anything in particular. This one is actually really, really pretty, and it is, I always forget which yarn company this is, but I think it's, I know the name of the yarn is Zauberball, but I don't know if it's Schoppel or Wollmeise. I think it's Schoppel. But anyways, it's really pretty. It looks like a sunset. It's gorgeous. And this is the one that I used to make that hat for my best friend for her birthday. This one I love. This is Lorna's Laces. And you get this from, what is the name? JimmyBeansWool.com. And this one is called Circus, I think. And I got this to knit, Circus. And I got this to knit for my daughter. And so, yeah, I love this yarn. And so this side here is my yarn cakes. I have a yarn swift and a ball winder. And so when I get these skeins that kind of look like this, you can't really knit from these, okay? So you have to do something with them. And rolling these up in these little individual balls is a pain in the butt. So I have a yarn swift and a ball winder, and I loved it. It was a gift from my husband, and I love that thing. And so so these are the ones that I've wound up This one's Circus. Like I said, I really like that one. This one, I don't even remember what this is. And I don't know if I did. I don't know. I think I lost the. Normally, I'll stuff the label inside, but I lost the label, so I don't even know what this is. But this is like a really pretty yarn, and it's one of those yarns where it has different widths along the yarn. So like it gets really fat, and then it gets really skinny, and the colors are really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I really like that yarn. And so a lot of these, I was looking at them and I was going, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yarn. Why did I buy this? Why did I buy that? This one is also that Shopples, the Zauberball from either Wollmeise or... Oh, wait, I think I feel I do! Yay! I have a label in this one so I can see. Yeah, Shoppel Woolly. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's German. Zauberball, and I don't know the name of this colorway. It's like rainbow or something like that, but this one's really pretty. You can't really see it, but it's gorgeous. This one's also Knit Picks. This is one of my favorites. It's that Stroll hand-painted. This one's called Cartoons. Very bright. This one's Watermelon. It's really, really pretty. It has a lot of pinks and stuff in it. It's gorgeous. And then this one back here is one of my favorites, too. And it's a colorway that's discontinued. This one is called Seven Dwarfs, and this one is Imagination hand-painted yarn. This one's gorgeous, and it's super soft. This is like a beautiful, beautiful yarn. And then I have another one called Pirate King, which is also, I made a pair of socks for my husband out of the Pirate King one, but it's also discontinued, so you can't get any more. So I don't even know what I'm going to do with this, because it's only like 50 grams, so you can't even make a whole pair of socks with this. But yeah, this one it's really funky colors, but I like it. And so yeah, so that is my yarn stash, my beautiful yarn that I love. Oops, I dropped one. And so yeah, so if you guys like this video or you would like to hear more about my yarns or just more knitting videos, please let me know. And or you know, if you just want to talk about yarn or whatever, look, comment what you want to comment. I don't care. Anyways, that's it. Oh, I did have one that I wanted to talk about because it's just so pretty that I just could not leave this one out. It's one of my favorite yarns ever, and it's this one. It's tiny. I made a little shoulderette shawl out of this yarn. This is I can't remember the name of the company, but the name of the yarn itself is Lustra, and the name of I think it's Barocco, honestly, but I'm not sure. But it's Lustra, and this colorway is called Triomphe Teal, and it is absolutely beautiful. It knits up gorgeous, and it has a little sheen to it. It's just a gorgeous, 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 beautiful yarn. And I knitted the shawl, this kind of shoulderette shawl, and it's so pretty. And then this is another one of that Lustra yarn, but it's a different color. It's like a maroon. I can't remember the name of this one. I knitted that same shawl in this yarn, but for my aunt. And sent it to her for her birthday or something like that. So, anyways, there's my yarn. Love my yarn. There's my stash. I hope you guys like this video. It's really long. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.